Many of you may believe that your thoughts alone shape your reality, but I tell you now, it is your feelings that breathe life into your thoughts and make them pot. Feelings are the language of the subconscious mind, and it is the subconscious that holds the key to manifestation. When you feel a thing to be true, when you embody the emotion of your desire fulfilled, you are impressing that reality upon your subconscious mind, and the subconscious, being the faithful servant it is, will work tirelessly to bring about circumstances that match this feeling. This is the crux of our discussion today, the very heart of the creative process. Consider for a moment, have you ever noticed how easily you manifest things you deeply fear? This is because fear is a powerful feeling, and what you fear you create. The same principle applies to your desires. When you can feel the reality of your desire with the same intensity as you feel your fears, manifestation becomes inevitable. But how do we cultivate this feeling? This is where visualization comes into play. Visualization is not mere daydreaming or wishful thinking. It is a deliberate conscious act of creation. When you visualize, you are creating a scene in your mind that implies the fulfillment of your desire. This scene, when imbued with feeling, becomes a seed planted in the fertile soil of your subconscious mind. To visualize effectively, you must engage all your senses. See the scene clearly in your mind's eye. Hear the sounds associated with it. Feel the textures, smell the scents, taste if applicable. Make it as vivid and as real as possible. But remember, the visual aspect is just the beginning. The real power lies in the feeling. As you visualize, immerse yourself in the feeling of your wish fulfilled. If your desire is for wealth, feel the security, the freedom, the joy that comes with financial abundance. If it's a loving relationship you seek, feel the love, the companionship, the deep connection. Whatever your desire, feel it as if it were already yours. This feeling must be so real, so intense, that when you open your eyes and return to your present circumstances, you carry with you a sense of satisfaction, as if your desire has already been fulfilled. This is what it means to live in the end, to dwell emotionally in the state of your wish fulfilled. Now some of you may be thinking, but Wayne, how can I feel something that isn't yet true? And to this I say, your imagination is the bridge between your current reality and your desired state. It is through your imagination that you can step into the feeling of your wish fulfilled. Even before it manifests in the physics, your imagination is not a flight of fancy or a frivolous faculty. It is the very workshop wherein you fashion your future. When you imagine, you are experiencing reality at its most fundamental level. You are engaging with the pure potential of consciousness, shaping it with your attention and your assumption. To use your imagination effectively, you must first quiet your conscious mind. The chattering of your daily thoughts, your worries, your doubts, these must be silenced. Enter a state of relaxation, a state akin to sleep, but in which you remain consciously aware. In this state, your subconscious mind becomes more receptive to impression. Once in this relaxed state, construct your scene. This scene should be one that implies the fulfillment of your desire. If your desire is for a successful career, you might imagine yourself in your ideal office or receiving congratulations from colleagues. If it's health you seek, imagine yourself engaging in activities that only a healthy person could do. The scene itself should be short and simple. It's not about creating an elaborate story, but about capturing a moment that implies your desire is now a fact. This scene is your platform, the stage upon which you will enact the feeling of your wish fulfilled. Now step into this scene. Don't watch it as a spectator, but experience it from the first-person perspective. Be there in that moment, and as you experience it, let the feeling of fulfillment watch over you. Feel the gratitude, the joy, the satisfaction of having your desire realized. This is where many falter. They can see the scene clearly, but they fail to evoke the feeling. Remember, it is the feeling that gives life to your imaginal act. Without feeling, visualization is merely a mental exercise. With feeling, it becomes an act of creation. As you practice this, you may find that the feeling comes more easily with repetition. Each time you return to your scene, the feeling becomes more vivid, more real. This is good. You are strengthening the impression upon your subconscious mind. But here's a crucial point. Once you have evoked the feeling, once you have impressed it upon your subconscious, you must carry it with you into your waking life. This is where many stumble. They do their visualization exercise. They feel it intensely in the moment, but then they return to their daily life and fall back into old patterns of thought and feeling. To manifest your desire, you must maintain the feeling of your wish fulfilled, even in the face of contradictory evidence. This is where faith comes in. Not blind faith, but faith born of understanding. Understanding that your outer world is a reflection of your inner state. When you truly grasp this, you will no longer be swayed by appearances. You will know that what you see around you is the effect, not the cause. The cause lies in your consciousness, in your feeling, and as you persist in the feeling of your wish fulfilled, your outer world must reshape itself to match this inner conviction. Now let us address a common challenge in this practice, the apparent contradictions of your senses. As you begin to live in the feeling of your wish fulfilled, you may find that your current circumstances seem to contradict your assumption. Bills may still need to be paid. Problems may still arise. How do you maintain your feeling in the face of these seeming contradictions? This is where the art of ignoring comes into play. To ignore is not to deny the existence of something, but to refrain from giving it your attention and energy. When contradictory evidence appears, acknowledge it briefly, then immediately return your attention to the feeling of your wish fulfilled. Remember, what you see in your outer world is the result of past assumptions, past feelings. It is like an echo of what you once believed. Your task now is to give more attention, more importance, more reality to your new assumption than to these outdated circumstances. This practice requires mental discipline. It requires you to stand firm in your new assumption, even when your senses argue against it. But remember, your senses only show you what has been, not what can be. Your imagination, informed by your feeling, shows you what will be. As you persist in maintaining the feeling of your wish fulfilled, even in the face of contradictory evidence, you will begin to see changes in your outer world. These changes may start small, a fortunate coincidence, an unexpected opportunity, a shift in someone's behavior towards you. Do not dismiss these as mere chance. They are the first fruits of your new assumption taking root. Now, let us deeper into the nature of feeling. When I speak of feeling, I am not referring merely to emotions. Though emotions play a part, I am speaking of a deeper sense, a known unshackable conviction. It is the difference between saying I want to be wealthy and knowing in the very core of your being, I am wealthy. This feeling conviction is not something you can fake or force. It arises naturally when you have successfully impressed your desire upon your subconscious mind. This is why the repeated use of your imagination is so crucial. Each time you return to your imaginal scene, each time you step into the feeling of your wish fulfilled, you are deepening this impression. Think of it like wearing a groove in a record. The first time you play the record, the needle may skip and jump, but with repeated plays, the groove deepens and the music plays smoothly. Similarly, as you repeat your imaginal act, the feeling becomes more natural, more habitual. It becomes your dominant state. This is the state from which creation occurs. When you can maintain this feeling conviction throughout your day, when it becomes as natural as breathing, you have mastered the art of conscious creation. Your outer world has no choice but to conform to this inner state. But what are those moments when doubt creeps in, when fear arises, when the old patterns of thought and feeling try to reassert themselves? These moments are inevitable, especially in the beginning of your practice. Do not be discouraged by them. Instead, see them as opportunities to strengthen your new assumption. When doubt arises, do not fight it. Fighting against the thought only gives it more power. Instead, gently but firmly return to your feeling of wish fulfilled. Remind yourself that what you see around you is the past. Your new assumption, your new feeling is creating your future. This brings us to another crucial aspect of using your imagination effectively, the concept of revision. Revision is not merely about changing your memories or rewriting your past. It is about recognizing that the past only exists in your mind and therefore can be changed in your mind. At the end of each day, take a few moments to review the events of your day. If there were any events that were not to your liking, revise them in your imagination. See them unfolding in a way that aligns with your desired state. Feel the satisfaction, the joy, the fulfillment of this revised version of events. By doing this, you are not denying what physically happened. You are changing the impact of that event on your subconscious mind. You are impressing upon your subconscious a reality that aligns with your desires rather than one that contradicts them. As you make this practice of revision a habit, you will find that your reactions to current events begin to change. You'll become less reactive, more peaceful, more aligned with your desired states of being. This is because you are literally rewriting the programs in your subconscious mind that govern your responses to life events. Now let us address the role of action in this process of conscious creation. Some people mistakenly believe that using their imagination means they can simply visualize their desires and then sit back and wait for them to magically appear. This is not the case. The use of imagination does not negate action. It informs action. When you successfully impress your desire upon your subconscious mind, when you truly feel your wish fulfilled, you will be inspired to take actions that align with this state. These actions will feel natural, even inevitable. They will not be driven by fear or lack, but will flow from your assumed state of fulfillment. This is a crucial distinction. When you take action from a place of lack, trying to get what you desire, you are actually affirming the assumption of not having it. But when you take action from the assumption of already having a desire fulfilled, you open yourself to infinite possibilities for its expression and expansion. So do not neglect action, but ensure that your actions are aligned with and flowing from your assumed state. Let your feeling guide your actions rather than hoping your actions will create the feeling. Now let us explore the concept of persistence in relation to feeling and imagination. Persistence is not about forcing or struggling. It's about maintaining your assumption, your feeling of wish fulfilled, even when the outer world seems to contradict it. This persistence requires faith, not blind faith, but faith born of understanding. Understanding that your outer world is a reflection of your inner state, and that as you persist in your new assumption, your world must reshape itself to match it. Think of yourself as an actor playing a role. When an actor takes on a role, they don't just memorize lines, they embody the character. They think as the character would think, feel as the character would feel, act as the character would act. This is what you must do with your desired state. Persistent thinking, feeling, and acting from the state of your wish fulfilled. Do this not with strain or effort, but with the natural ease of one who knows that this is their true state of being. As you persist in this practice, you may find that your outer world doesn't change immediately. This is where many people give up. They try it for a few days or weeks, don't see results, and conclude that it doesn't work. But remember, you are overturning a lifetime of habitual thinking and feeling. Give it time. The changes may start small, a shift in your own attitude, a new opportunity, a fortunate coincidence. Acknowledge these changes no matter how small. They are signs that your new assumption is taking root. Now let us delve deeper into the art of visualization. Visualization is not just about seeing images in your mind. It's about engaging all your senses to create a vivid multi-dimensional experience in your imagination. When you visualize your desire fulfilled, see it clearly. What does it look like? Notice the colors, the shapes, the details, but don't stop there. What sounds are associated with this scene? What do you hear? If it's a scene of success, perhaps you hear congratulations or applause. If it's a scene of relaxation, perhaps you hear the gentle sound of waves or birds singing. What do you feel physically? If your desire is for a new home, feel the texture of the doorknob as you open the front door. Feel the plush carpet under your feet or the smooth hardwood floors. If your desire is for health, feel the strength in your body, the ease of movement, the vitality coursing through you. What smells are present in your scene? The fresh scent of a new car, the aroma of a gourmet meal, the clean, crisp smell of a new office. Engage your sense of smell in your visual event. And if applicable, what tastes are involved? If your scene involves a celebration, taste the champagne. If it's a scene of health, taste the freshness of pure, clean water. The more senses you engage in your visualization, the more real it becomes to your subconscious mind. And remember, to your subconscious, there is no difference between a vividly imagined experience and a physical one. But here's the key. As you engage in this multi-sensory visualization, allow the feeling of what we wish fulfilled to permeate your entire being. Feel the joy, the satisfaction, the gratitude of having your desire realized. This feeling is what gives life to your visualization. Now, let's address a common question. How often should one practice visualization? The answer is, as often as you can maintain the feeling of your wish fulfilled. Quality is more important than quantity here. A few minutes of vivid feeling, filled visualization are far more powerful than hours and hours of hearted mental pictures. Many find it helpful to practice visualization upon waking and before sleep. These are times when your subconscious mind is particularly receptive, but you can also engage in brief visualizations throughout your day. Whenever you have a quiet moment, close your eyes and step into the feeling of your wish fulfilled. Remember, the goal is not just to create pretty pictures in your mind. The goal is to impress upon your subconscious mind the reality of your desire fulfilled. And this is done through feeling. Now, let us explore another powerful tool in using your imagination effectively. The use of I remember when statements. This technique involves speaking or thinking about your desire as if it were a past event, something you're reminiscing about. For example, if your desire is for a successful business, you might say to yourself, I remember when I was just starting out, struggling to make ends meet. Look at how far I've come now with a thriving business and financial security. By framing your desires of memory, you bypass the logical mind's objections. It's easier for your subconscious to accept something as a past event than as a future possibility. Plus, when you remember something, you naturally evoke the feelings associated with it. Use this technique in your daily life. Engage in imaginary conversations where you and a friend are discussing your success as if it has already happened. Feel the pride, the satisfaction, the gratitude as you remember how far you've come. This practice combined with your visuals and feeling work creates a powerful impression on your subconscious mind. It reinforces the assumption that your desire is not just possible, but has already been realized. Now let us address a crucial point in the use of imagination. The importance of first-person perspective. When you visualize, when you imagine your desire fulfilled, it's essential that you experience it from your own point of view, not as an observer watching yourself. Many people make the mistake of seeing themselves in their imaginal scene, as if watching a movie of themselves. But this creates a sense of separation, a feeling that this is happening to someone else, not to you. Instead, see through your own eyes. Feel what you would feel in that moment. Experience the scene as if you are there right now living it. This first-person perspective is crucial in creating the feeling of your wish fulfilled. For instance, if your desire is for a new car, don't see yourself driving the car. Be in the driver's seat. Feel the steering wheel under your hands. See the road ahead through the windshield. Hear the purr of the engine. Smell that new car scent. Experience it fully from your own perspective. This first-person perspective helps to create a sense of immediacy and reality in your imaginal scene. It makes it easier for your subconscious mind to accept this scene as your current reality. Now let's discuss the role of repetition in using your imagination effectively. Repetition is crucial in impressing your desire upon your subconscious mind. But this doesn't mean mechanically repeating the same visualization over and over. Each time you return to your imaginal scene, approach it with fresh eyes and renewed feeling. Explore different aspects of it. Notice new details. Allow the feeling of fulfillment to deepen with each repetition. Think of it like visiting a favorite place. Each time you go, you might notice something new. A detail you hadn't seen before. A new perspective on a familiar view. Yet the essential feeling of that place remains the same. This is how you should approach